Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we'll look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the immediate and speedy recovery of Daniel Aron Chaim ben Ruth. May he and all those who need a Refuah Shlema experience God's mercy and compassion speedily and swiftly. This week's Parsha Perspective is in loving memory of Edward Ben Efraim, Shlomo Ben Edward, and Yirachmiel Daniel Ben Gedalia. May their souls be uplifted and may their memories be a blessing. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Terumah, Young for Life. Our Parsha begins with God telling Moshe to solicit donations from the Jewish people to construct the Mishkan, a sanctuary for God. They were asked to donate precious stones, gold, silver, and copper, specialty red, blue, and purple wool, linen, animal skins, and acacia wood. On the summit of Har Sinai, God gave Moshe the exact instructions on how the Mishkan was to be built. It was meant to be readily disassembled and transportable to accompany the Jewish nation during their journey throughout the desert. The second half of the Parsha and the following few Torah portions go through the intricate and detailed design and the construction of the Mishkan. However, a question comes to mind. In the previous episode of this Torah portion, I discussed the Holy Ark of the Covenant, the Aron Hakodesh. Covering the top of the Aron Hakodesh was the Cheruvim, two pure golden figures with wings that faced each other. The Talmud in Sukkah explains that the Cheruvim had child faces, and their dimensions were also childlike. But why was Moshe commanded to design the Cheruvim with the look of a child? Why not the face of an elderly scholar that radiates wisdom and holiness? Why not the face of a leader that emanates feelings of tranquility, understanding, and compassion? Rashi, Shlomo Yitzchaki, the leading Torah commentator, answers this question by translating the word Cheruvim. He writes that the word Cheruvim is multiple for the word Cheruv, which means like youth in Aramaic. Rashi explains that the word Cheruvim indicates to Moshe Rabbeinu the design of the two Cheruvim, two golden childlike figures that are intended to face each other. However, the Kli Yakar, an immense Torah scholar from the late 15th century, gives us a deeper and more profound explanation. He writes that God wanted the holiest vessel in the Mishkan, the Holy Ark of the Covenant, to have a childlike face to give us an invaluable lesson. At the core of our belief, at the depth of our heart, we must be pure, holy, and absolute, just like a young child. When babies are born, they come innocent, sinless, and unblemished, and all their actions originate in the stem, the lower part of the brain. The brainstem connects to the spine and regulates the most basic of bodily functions. At this level, there's no evil, no wickedness, no immorality. And this is how our essence, our soul, our heart should resemble. Being innocent, virtuous, honest, and upright in our service to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to the King of Kings. We must also mirror the positive and unambiguous determination that our children have. From figuring out how to walk to exploring nature, children have an unwavering resolve despite the learning curve they face. This persistence, this determination should continue as we age and increase, as we mature and develop our personalities. The Kli Yakar explains that the childlike face of the Cheruvim should inspire us to be youthful in our connection to our HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to retain and nourish the natural purity, innocence, and virtue innate within each one of us, to preserve the determination, and to discover and explore the unique and singular path reserved for us alone. In our daily life, even as we grow older and mature, we must remain youthful and spirited. From having an insatiable desire to learn to a sense of joy at even the most simplest of things, we can learn so much from children's conduct and character. One of the key characteristics of childhood is a sense of determination and stubbornness. Children are not easily discouraged by the setbacks and always willing to keep trying until they achieve their goal. This is an invaluable trait as it allows us to persist in the face of challenges and disappointment. Children remain positive, optimistic, even as they encounter the learning curve of life. A youthful sense of joy and purpose will enable us to endure challenges ahead and achieve seemingly the impossible. I will conclude with a part of an essay of Youthfulness by Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks. It is hard for us to stay perpetually young. We drift and lose our way, and with it, our energy, focus, and drive. The best way to stay young is to never forget the devotion of our youth, the defining experiences that made us who we are today, the dreams we had and how we might change the world to make it a better, more spiritual, more beautiful place. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.